what I mean? I don't know if I know what I mean.
Because every time I make anything, I'm just winging it.
Am I okay?
This is the side when I was like, I'm not gonna try it on again because I don't feel like it.
I can't care about this anymore.
Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So my last video ended with me failing at my goal and taking this shirt from here and ending it here. This is a disaster. I don't know how you do a rolled hem on a curve like this, but you can see it's wrinkly and stupid, and I gave up. So today I'm going to try and fix this. So around the same time that I was working on this, I happened to be at TJ Maxx and found this shirt. And though I don't like the back, for me personally, the front is actually what I originally had envisioned for this, like that shape. So I took that home, traced that shape onto a piece of tissue paper to use as a pattern, and then returned the TJ Maxx shirt. So now that I have some kind of pattern to follow, we're gonna try to turn this into that. Every time I decide to film is the day that everything is happening in my house. All the times I procrastinate, the house is probably so quiet and I could film in peace and quiet. This is a reminder for myself that you are a procrastinator. I'm gonna have to voice over on this. Voiceover Angela here, taking over. Also to point out, I started filming this video in April, finished in June, and now I'm editing this in December. So the procrastination continues. But anyways, so what I did was trace around the front of that top, and I decided I would use this as the front and back piece. And I also overestimated how wide I needed it to be because I knew I could always take in the sides of the shirt, but I wanted to make sure I had enough fabric to go around my body. I also planned on doing darts on the front because in the TJ Maxx version of the shirt, it did still kind of like stick out on the sides, like above my armpit. So I was hoping to add darts, but keep watching because you'll see how that goes. I went ahead and seam drip on the side because I really just didn't know the measurements of what I was gonna need, and I wanted to make sure I had full use of like the entire piece of fabric. And then of course I went ahead and cut my pattern pieces. So the first thing I did was sew the sides. I did decide to do an invisible zipper on the one side because with this being more fitted, like there's no stretch to this at all. So I wanted to make sure I was gonna be able to get this on and off, obviously. And the color of this is dumb because I just happen to have this at home. So I didn't really feel like going out and buying another one to make it match better. I also was hoping it wasn't gonna matter because it was gonna be like under my armpit. For the straps, I went ahead and cut 2 long rectangular pieces from the extra fabric that I had. I folded this in half lengthwise with the right sides together and pressed it. These are the 2 straps pressed. Then I went ahead and sewed these along the side. I hadn't made straps like this since college, so I like had vague knowledge of doing this and having to like invert it. Is that the right word? But in college, it was in a class where I actually had the right tools. At home, I do not have a tool to do this. So I tried researching ways online to do this without the tools. The first way I tried was with a safety pin. Honestly, because I filmed this so long ago, I'm just going off of what I'm seeing in these videos. I don't really remember much of this. But I can see from watching this, the safety pin thing did not work at all. Also, from watching this video back, I assume I made this too tight, ? Because now I'm seam ripping the entire thing. So not fully sure what happened there, but that's all I can think of is I made it too small maybe. But it's also, I see a zigzag stitch. I don't know. Oh, maybe the zigzag stitch was my trying to finish the edges in a way. Girl, I don't know. But here I am redoing it. Okay, so then once I redid it, I think I had more room for getting this inverted. And then again, I'm trying to make the tool with what I had at home. So I had a straw, and then my mom had these skewers, I think for like making like kebabs and stuff. So between the kebab and the straw, I was able to get this to work. Oh, also I had to sew along one side of my little tube here. So like, as in, I obviously had sewed along the whole entire length, but on one of the short sides, I had to go ahead and sew one of those closed. So then I go ahead on the open side and insert the straw. Then on the side where I sewed it closed, I take this little kebab thing and stuff it through the straw. It was kind of hard because I think the kebab point was like kind of pointy, so it was hard to get it started without like ripping this open. But eventually I got this to go. There we go. And now you have a strap. Here was me attempting a dart. You can see it's like pokey and stupid. At this point, since that looked dumb, I took the dart out and then apparently decided to just finish my edges on the top of the shirt. So that was a rolled hem. Should I go put on regular shorts so I don't look so crazy? No. I'm purposely cutting off my head because if you can't tell by my blue shorts, I look crazy right now. But this is where we're at. I tried drawing in darts, but I don't know anything about darts. I sewed a dart once in college. And so that was a bajillion years ago. So I tried sewing them in and it was pointy and it looked stupid. And I was like, whatever. I just took them out and I was like, let me just finish sewing the edges, try to get the straps in so I can see where I'm at. Because every time I make anything, I'm just winging it and having to fix it later instead of knowing that I'm doing it right the first time. I have the back of the straps are sewn. This is just clipped right now because I needed to see where I needed to sew these. I don't want to bring the sides in because one, this is a zipper and so I'm gonna have to take that out and redo it. And then I'm still gonna have to figure out this. So my hope is that I can just figure out a darty situation. Maybe it can be a dart here and also here. I think I just need to go research darts. I know I tried a little bit to research darts and like the right way to do this, but I just wasn't really finding what I needed and I just don't know what I'm doing. I tried a couple different darts in a couple different ways, couple different locations. Every time looked dumb. Still figuring it out here in this shot. And in this shot, it looks okay from a distance. Well, then you see it from the side and you're like, oh yeah, no, that looks dumb. Blah, 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 trying to play with different options. Then I go in the light and you can really see from the front how stupid it looks.
Okay, this is what I'm gonna try. So the zipper is basically my side seam on this side. And my current dart was a couple base stitches of me trying to play with this. What I think I'm gonna do, which again, from the outside compared to the side seam, it's at an angle like that. I think I'm gonna try to do more like vertical. If anyone watching this actually knows what to do, maybe you're watching this and you're like, idiot. I just don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'll go like this. Do I have to go out? Or can I just go down the whole entire side? Maybe I'll pin that first and see what that would do if I just took in a whole thing. What? I clipped it on one side. So I mean, it's just clipped. So it's still a little awkward. But why do I kind of think this is gonna work better? Maybe what I can do is, I need to shave. Because like obviously this still needs to be taken in a little bit. So maybe I can start that further and maybe it can go straight, but kind of at an angle. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I know what I mean. So like kind of at an angle instead of before it was just straight down. And this hopefully is further over than where I had it before. It's just vaguely pinned together, which is why it looks wavy. It's not perfect, but again, it's also just pinned, but it's obviously better than whatever's going on over here. I'm trying to pin the other side, and the first time I pinned it, like this is the one that I had already pinned. So this is the side seam where the zipper is. And then, you know, it's kind of like a dart over here. So the first time I pinned this side, here's the side seam, I just kind of made a new side seam. So I was like, oh, whoops, that's not right. So I undid it. I took all the pins out to redo it and then just redid it the exact same way for a second time. Am I okay? What is happening? This is only pinned. I'm gonna try basting it. I kind of think this is as good as it's gonna get. It gives this like strip, which I actually kind of like. I think that's kind of a cool detail. My biggest issue, this is the first side that I pinned. This is the second side. And this side didn't line up. Like, the way I had to fold it to pin it. If I made this edge line up, this edge didn't line up. Where on this side, this edge and this edge lined up perfectly when I folded it. So what's gonna happen is this is gonna be like a little wrinkly, I think. I think there's gonna be a pleat or two in there. Obviously it's hard to tell with just pins. I'm gonna try basting it and hopefully it's good enough and then I'll sew over it.
Okay, me zooming in and out makes me assume I was frustrated. I do see lots of wrinkles, so having some kind of problem.
That side that had the like big bunch in this space, I was able to pull out the basting a little bit and like stretch this and like I said, it's not matching up. There's too much fabric, so it's got to crunch somewhere. But I was like, maybe it would look better / more hidden if I could crunch it towards the top instead of it being down here.
Not sure I agree with that statement, actually. Maybe it's because I know the end result. I feel like the wrinkle is very noticeable being at the top.
So it's still, well, you'll see it. It's still bunches, but I'm not even trying it on because I just like, I can't care about this anymore.
Oh, I see more seam ripping.
My motto on this channel is becoming, is it great? No, but here it is. It's as good as we're gonna get. I think it looks okay from a distance. Every project ends. Not every project. Sometimes they end with me being excited. But recently they've been ending with, it's not great, but it's good from a distance. I hate that you can see the little zipper hanging down. I think in my mind I thought my arm would cover that more. It doesn't. This is a little crunchy. This is the side when I was like, I'm not gonna try it on again because I don't feel like it. That's what I would have found if I tried it on. Whatever. Whenever I filmed myself saying, I have an idea for this, it literally might have been a short like a year ago. Some thrift flips coming soon. Literally, like this is from the 80s. Shoulder pads and all, I have a plan for this. But this is what I was picturing. This is the shape I was picturing. So the fact that we made it here is pretty good. And it would probably look better if I had a better bra. But the only one I have to wear with this is my strapless bra. And like, who has a good strapless bra? So you can see the lines, it looks stupid. But whatever, here we are. I don't even know what this video is. Is it just about this shirt? Or is this for something future? I don't know. If this is the end of this one, then thanks for watching. See you later. Okay, bye.